researching about the mining boom and its effect on property investing, well then you will very well know by now that the surge in workers taking advantage of mining projects means there's more demand for residential properties for these workers in mining town locations. And if you've been keeping an eye on whereabouts mining projects abound, Queensland mining towns are most definitely on your list. But we're pretty sure you've heard stories of investors who've trodden down the road of investing in mining towns and just how incredible the impact of these mining projects are to property values and rental yields. Now, if you're very keen on investing in mining towns, I suggest you drop by the website every now and again, as we'll be reviewing some of the Queensland property investing hotspots in a series of articles over the next couple of weeks and months. In order to give you a first-hand account of these reviews, myself and Melbourne-based buyer's agent and property strategist Lisa Parker will literally take to the road as we take a mining town road trip this month. For 4 days, Lisa and I will travel Falmer and Loy style and have a go-see at mining towns and regional hotspots in Queensland. Planning our route and destinations for the road trip has proven to be quite tricky, in as much as we'd love to cover all the desired locations, but the driving distances are quite far, so we have to narrow down our choices and select just a few key locations for our first road trip. Note though, it may not be our last road trip. After researching the locations and towns within the region, we've decided to assess 3 major Queensland mining areas: the Surat Basin, the Bowen Basin and the Galilee Basin. So let's have a look at where these areas are. When I first read about Surat Basin in property magazines and started hearing about it in investing circles a while back, I had to get out a map to find out where on earth it was. And as I found out, the Surat Basin is located in southeast Queensland. Coal mining, liquefied natural gas and coal seam gas are some of the resource projects here, giving the areas around a growth boost. The largest regional town in the area is Toowoomba, and there are many smaller promising towns such as Chinchilla, Miles, Roma and Dalby. Further north in Queensland is another major mining area, the Bowen Basin. Among the towns that have been of great interest to investors due to their growth in value and rental yields are Moranbah, Dysart, Emerald and Blackwater. Meanwhile, the major regional towns that support the mining activities here are places like Gladstone, Rockhampton and Mackay. Located at the western part of the Bowen Basin area is the Galilee Basin. The major regional towns here are Emerald and Barcladine, while smaller towns in the region include Alpha, Jericho, Blackhall, Aramac and Muttaburra. Most of the mining projects here are related to thermal coal production and coal seam gas. It also has a strong agricultural and cattle industry. So from these 3 areas, Lisa and I will be choosing one to do an extensive review for our 4-day road trip, and we hope to cover the other areas on separate road trips following that. In the course of our series, we'll be taking a closer look at each of the towns to help you discern the opportunity that resources from these areas present to property investors.